finished up
Fire raising.
The Fly versus Mimic. Pat, you wanted to talk about that?
Yeah, I rewatched both of those movies, and I had some notes. I had some notes about the. No, that's my thoughts on my mind.
Thoughts on my mind.
Well, you know, if it becomes
Yeah.
another tiebreaker, my folks voted also because I told them about this
Really?
category, and they told me, you know,
Oh, they gotta. Okay.
they're going for the. You know what they're going for.
They going for Mimic?
No, man,
They going for the Fly?
they're going for the fly.
Really?
My dad told me the shaking every time he was shaking and all that. But
That's
I was
intense.
like,
That is
he's
fucking
like, look,
intense.
Mimic was great because they both saw Mimic, but hands down, Fly, what's the term? Staying power.
No,
it
that's
is
true.
forever. I don't know what it is, but it definitely gives you the
It's gonna
irks.
stand the test of time. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it was.
So none of you guys are taking it away that that movie is like a remake of like two other movies, right?
They literally told me the one with
That's a
Jeff
remake.
Goldblum because as far as they're concerned, Jeff Goldblum is the only one. Because
Who can
the
play
other
the
one
Fly?
that's further back, it's great and all, but it's not the same. You can't hold them.
It's a remake, but I feel like they perfected it. Like it's one of the few cases in which the remake is actually better
Better
than the
than
original.
the actual movie.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So what do you think, Pat?
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about Thanos first. My bad. I'm gonna talk about Mimic first. I'm gonna talk about Mimic first because Thanos was in the movie. Yeah, he was in the
Brolin
movie.
was in the movie. No,
He died
wasn't.
quick, bro. He died quick in this movie. It was
What was he?
he was
Bro, he was the slick mouth. He's supposed to be.
What, a detective?
Is he?
wasn't-
No, he wasn't a
like
detective.
like a forensic or a
Yeah,
scientist
he
or
was a
something.
forensic guy. Bro, his job throughout the whole movie was to collect the poop.
That's it.
He collected the poop from
Yeah.
the roaches. And he hated it. Like, he talked
at
about it.
that.
He was like, look at my fucking job. Like,
Goonies to Mimic to Thanos.
You gotta watch. You gotta
That's
watch
a
his
big swing, man.
You have to
opposite
watch,
of Brendan Fraser, man.
Yeah, you have to watch his. He did what you call Hot Ones, and he talked about how his career went from after Goonies and all the movies that he's done. And he talks about like doing Mimic, and that he thought that was the end of his career when he did that movie. It was like I'm at the, like the tail end of it, but he was still fine with it because he was still able to do like
Good job.
things that he know, like he was still able to do things that he can do outside. It was a pretty good conversation. But yeah, he was in the movie.
That's great. I didn't know that. I don't remember. Josh Brolin.
And he also did Sicario, man. He was
So
great.
the movie starts off real fucking like orange, tan, and this movie came out in like 2020. I mean 22
Starts out orange tan.
2002. It really it was really tan in the beginning of the movie because you know like how can I say, there was a time that movies were just like every time they showed nighttime it was always like an orange hint of like the street lights and shit. They would show this shit all the fucking time. Now we don't see that anymore because when they show street lights they're always bright. The color tip is always brighter. But at that time it was like, yo, the movie was really fucking tan for some reason in the start of the movie, and then it just goes straight to blue to show that there was no street lights at all. I was like, damn, this shit is really a color. Like, does color really change the mood of a movie? Does it make it scarier? Like, are you scared of more of an orange than you would be a blue tint?
I think it was because orange at that time, I think, represented gritty. Now it's different. Gritty is represented by like blue,
Yeah.
and purples and stuff like
Change
that.
the time. Change the time. Oh, I did like the fact that kids were dying in this movie. I thought it was only gonna be one kid, but it was two of them. That was pretty dope. And the kid who was slapping spoons.
Stop.
I felt so bad for him when his dad died because he was like, "Oh, my friend." And then when he saw his dad die, he changed his whole little mood. Like that for that performance right there, he deserves at least like an Oscar nomination.
Because you believe it.
You know, because this kid, like, he has problems. You can tell, like, he has problems. His dad said, "Oh, this kid has problems, but he can mimic anything." So he was like, with the spoons and shit. Yeah, he was doing that with the mimic guys, and you see they all hanging around him like, "Oh man, I like that song that you singing, bro. I like what you spitting." So they took him out to the crew like, "Yo, hang out with us, man. You can hang out with us." And then when his dad came, He was like, "Oh, yo, hey, me and my friends," and, and he killed him. And the kid was just like, but he was still able to make that beat as he was still going on, like seeing his dad get killed, which made me laugh. I rewinded that shit 3 times, bro. 3 times.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
It sounded like the Doug. The Doug. He was going in, bro.
Scatting with spoons.
He was going in, man.
He was trying to distract them maybe from eating his father's skull.
Yeah. Oh, and on top of that, yo, the
Goddamn.
kids, the kids that ended up dying in the beginning of the movie, man. Where the fuck were they going for $40? Dog, for $40, dog. And it's not even a guaranteed $40. They gave just for like information about the mimic creatures. Said, "Oh, I'm gonna give you $10 each." He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you some more money if you go down there and see if you can find any more like this." And as they were walking down, one of the kids said, "Yo, he might give us $40." Even in 2002, you're not giving me $40 just to go down there, dog. I'm talking about 1,000 each.
Well, the kids were fearless, Patrick.
Fuck that fearless.
Kids were a
dog.
lot tougher back then.
Really? I was a kid back then. That was my age back then, bro.
And I remember thinking when I saw this movie, like, I wouldn't walk down there for
And those kids got
fucking
it.
$40.
Bro, they
you
got
bunch
it
of
nasty,
punks,
man. That first kid got lifted off the ground, cut in half, and the other one got chopped down on as he was screaming. The guy just bashed him in the head. They got it nasty, but they had it coming because they were messing with homeless people. That's
They
all.
had it
Like
coming.
I was like, justice.
They had it coming.
It was a little bit of justice. And on top of that, these mimic people don't even look like actual people, bro. How do you like? I could see like
It's because they're always like just on the verge of like the darkness and the light, just like a cockroach.
Dude, it looked like a fucking guy in a trench coat from a distance.
Yeah,
Like, it looked like a New Yorker.
because they were able to like get the they were able to get the shoulders looking like a trench coat with their wings, and then they were the hat, right? Didn't they? One of them was put on a hat. Look at these fucking crazy ass cockroaches,
they
man.
wear no hat.
Put on a hat.
Can you
and shit.
imagine what it is? Hello, my baby. What are they singing, bro?
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving.
What, bro? They're not doing that, dude. It's fucking nuts, man.
The fucking mimics look like the Rat Pack.
That's exactly what it is, man. That shit had me rolling, man. But what else happened in that movie?
It would have been funny
Well,
if
the
like
lead
if they
character-
show like the roach looking at that painting Nighthawks and go, "Oh, okay, got
This
it."
is what we gotta do. This is what it is out here.
What about the lead character, the girl?
Mira Sorvino.
Yeah, she was pretty cool.
I thought she did a great job, man.
The way
I think
that
she did
the
excellent in that movie.
well, her husband or her boyfriend, the way that he killed all the other mimics and stuff like that with the little the sparking of I don't know, some type of pole or whatever. I thought it was pretty creative. I don't think he should have lived. I think that that dive into the water was a bit much. It was a bit much, bro. It was like, nah, there's no way that you can do that. You're the source of the fire. There's no possible way that you can do this, being the source that you were, and dive into the water. It should have started from here and your whole body's done. But it's not my movie. I forgot it. What's the guy's name?
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro. You did a great fucking job. I still had I jumped some of those times when Rock was in the movie. I don't know if you guys remember that guy, but he was in Aliens and he also did the show on Fox. Rock, the black dude. His name was Rock, R-O-C.
Oh, I think you meant like The Rock.
Not the Dwayne was in the movie.
The eyebrow raise.
This guy was like the heroic black man in like 2 iconic movies. Aliens 2, I think. No, Aliens 3, and in this movie. He died in 2 heroic ways.
But what about The Fly?
Okay, so The Fly. The thing that gets me is like, so he comes off the plane to this place where he lives at, gets in a car with a woman, takes her to his house, and he shows her how the machine works, and then he doesn't even notice that, yo, she is a reporter until after all that. That throws me off. He doesn't know her name or anything. He just
Patrick, he's thinking with his little head, man.
this is not that kind of scientist.
You know what I mean?
He's a nerd scientist. Like he's like Einstein.
I think that the basic thing of all Like, when they're trying to, hey, look at me, look how fucking cool I am. I got a teleportation machine in my fucking crib. Let's go try this thing out. You know what I mean? He doesn't.
He doesn't do that until halfway through the movie. So, she. So what you call? She tries to do a report on him, and she finds out that no, there's more story to this. Like, he's gonna change the way that everything works. Because now, as of right now, he can only teleport like inanimate objects. Now he wants to teleport like bodies and stuff. But every time he does it, he killed the monkey once. He killed that chimp, and then he almost killed the chimp brother. But then he's like, I'm gonna try it on a human being. Then that's when the fly shit happens.
My whole question, right?
And I'm not saying fly shit as cool shit.
As a sane scientist, but you'd have to be kind of insane to make a teleportation device.
Are you saying you are a sane scientist?
No, I'm saying like if you're a scientist, we assume they're mostly sane. We assume scientists are mostly sane, even though they're probably all a little psychotic. If you weren't able to do it with a fucking monkey, why would you jump right into as people? Why would you jump into person?
That's the thing about the movie. It actually explains why he does it. Is because it's the way that the computer works in this world. He's saying that the computer is going to try to figure out whatever program you program into it, just like any other computer. But he needs to basically tell it what to do and what not to do. So he thought by inanimate objects. Then he puts meat in there. Remember, he puts meat. She said, "Oh, I got a piece of steak." He puts the steak into the machine. It comes out. It's the same steak, but it doesn't have any of the flavor. So he fixes it, and then he does it again. Now it has flavor. So he's like, "Okay, I could do it." He does the monkey once. It comes out perfectly fine. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do it a human being.
So he did it one time. And he's like, I'm gonna jump in this shit.
This is movie magic. One time, it works. The monkey comes out, jumps on his arms. He's like, yeah, it works. There was already a fly that was around. The monkey was trying to sue it away. Fly goes into the machine. He goes into the machine, closes it up. He comes out. Even the computer is like, yeah, you came out a little wrong, but we got you. Everything that was over there is now over here. That's what the computer said. Now he's over here jumping on the walls, jumping on the ceiling. He's over here fucking Gina Davis like 6 times a day and shit like that. Everything, bro, roses.
Getting that fly dick, bro. That fly dick. You know what I mean?
Everything is coming up roses, right? Now he starts to get a little sick. Gina Davis don't want to fuck anymore because he's looking sick and stuff like that. So he's like, all right. He's like, you know what? You don't want no part of this because I'm trying to tell you, if you get into this machine, you're going to come out rejuvenated. You're going to come out better than you were, but you won't do that. So get out of here. Get out of my house. He picks up a girl on the street, breaks somebody's arm. Yeah, breaks somebody's arm. Like, gets this girl, does it with her. She doesn't want to get in the machine anymore. She doesn't want to get in the machine at all. This is a girl. This is like some street worker. Gets a girl. She doesn't want to work on the street. She doesn't want to get in the machine. So he's like, all right, bet. You get out of here. Oh, now I'm starting to transform. He starts to throw up, lose his nails. Plus start hitting the mirror, which just started getting nasty.
The visualization of all these things, like what? Okay, so as a... when you're watching all this stuff happen, this is what happens when people have like radiation poisoning.
You know, I did think that. I did think that.
That's why for me, it's really hard to watch because it's realistic as fuck. Like him pulling out his fucking fingernail. Like while he's changing and there's all this weird shit going on.
Yeah, like welts and stuff on his body. Everything started to hurt.
All of that is like radiation poisoning, like blisters, boils, all that is because something is affecting the cells. And I mean, as a scientist, he knew what the fuck was going on, man. He just didn't want to acknowledge it, you know? How the fuck can you go from being normal to all of a sudden you do the transportation and then now you can jump on walls? Bro, he should have known right there something's going on. Something's awry.
Yeah, yo, there was points in the movie that around the end when he started getting real fucked up that he was like, I want to be the first a fly Republican or something. Like he wants to go to Congress. You know what I mean? He wants to be on the steps of the White House, saying like, "I'm be representing all the flies out there in the world and stuff like that."